Hey everyone, Mike here from Trillium Hikes with another video for your viewing pleasure. I've been meaning to do at least a couple of videos about Canadian-made products. Needless to say, things that have been happening over the last couple of months south of the border, both in terms of, maybe policy changes and some, well, not nice things that are coming from some levels of government down there. They kind of expedited these videos that I wanted to do, and I really wanted to start off with something that tends to get overlooked when there's like gear video reviews out there and what to pack and things like that, and that is food. Food will make or break your hike, your backpacking trip, along with other things, of course, but for the purposes of this video anyways, it's going to be concentrated on Canadian-made, produced, owned meal packages and snacks. So I'm also working on a list of Canadian-made gear, so stay tuned for another video or two on that. Believe me, there are so many great Canadian producers that are out there. I was really pleased to see such a long list form as I was doing my research. I also wanted to preface this video by saying there are so many options out there, not just for gear, but for food. I've done a bunch of Googling and I've looked up Canadian-made products. I've also went to a outdoor show in Hamilton recently, and there was another couple of options there. And I really think that there's even more out there than we really even realize. And what I'm going to be showing you today is definitely not the end all of those options. On top of that, you can still go to a bulk food store, put your own little kits together in terms of either snacks, or I know there's a lot of people out there that make their own dehydrated meals as well. So by all means, there's a ton of options, a ton of recipes that are out there if you want to do it your own, do it yourself. But I really wanted to showcase the companies that some of them I've used and purchased from myself, and I'll be showing you some of the packages that I do still have, and I wanted to show you some of the web content for or some of these manufacturers and vendors for you as well. Now, before we get too far into things, please take a moment to hit those like, subscribe, and bell buttons. We have more content coming your way. Another giveaway right around the corner as we approach the 1,000 subscriber mark. And your support really makes that happen. Plus, it makes me feel good. Hey, anyways, so please subscribe, tell your friends, and if there's anything that you actually want to see in these videos, whether it be reviews or if you have any ideas as to some of the hikes that are in Ontario or around Canada, please put those in the comments section below. Okay, so with that out of the way, here we go. So I'm going to be alternating between my laptop, which I have a few websites open for, and of course, I don't want to necessarily say demos, but wherever I do have some samples of either packaging or meals or what have you, I will definitely show you those. Okay, so first on the list is the Canadian Heritage Roasting Company, which is at CanadianHeritageRoastingCo.com, based out of Calgary, Alberta. As we hit their website, they have free shipping on orders of over $100. One thing that I really like about this company, and I have not purchased from them as of yet, but I'm quite interested in this, is that for every bag of just regular coffee, they actually plant a tree. So that's awesome. Now, the reason that this company has made this list is because, as you can see on the website here, we're going to go into the organic coffee, and they have something called Flash Fuel Organic Instant Coffee. So if you're like me and you kind of need that caffeine boost in the morning, this is definitely one option for you. $17 for 10 sachets, which is 3.5 grams a piece. Just like anything else with backpacking, just add hot water. I believe there is both medium and dark roast, if I remember correctly. So at least from a hiking, backpacking standpoint, if you don't want to brew your own coffee in terms of like a drip or something like that, instant is definitely the way to go. And the only thing that you have to worry about in terms of waste are the little sachets. But aside from that, they also do whole bean coffee, and they ship across Canada, so check them out. Next on the list, also coffee related, is Eaton Coffee. Website is eatoncoffee.ca. Now, this company is from Georgetown, Ontario, and I actually ran into them at the Hamilton Outdoor Show. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to sample their goods. What's interesting with this one is it's not really instant coffee. They've actually created a coffee from concentrate. Now, where they differ from, say, I think there's another instant coffee company called Alpine Start. You can get it at MEC. What's different about this company is that it's from concentrate, so it's in liquid form. But same kind of thing, just boil your water, add the coffee concentrate as you see fit. What I do like about this is that they have a number of flavors. I myself just want plain dark roast, high test, coffee in the morning myself, but here you can see that they have caramel and French vanilla, South India, or that's filter coffee, but they have Irish cream as well. So they have a few different flavors that you can choose from. Downside of this from a hiking backpacking standpoint is, of course, the weight. So with those two options in mind, you have the Canadian Heritage, which is instant, so you don't have to worry about the weight. The cost is a little high, so like $17 for 10 sachets. By the time you have like a couple of coffees every morning, it might tally up quite a bit. What I personally use is the Nescafe instant coffee. Now, from a Canadian made perspective, it's Swiss. It's a Swiss company, but they do have a number of, I'm not sure if they're factories or repackaging plants throughout Canada. So there is some Canadian content, some support there that would be Canadian if you opted to go to Nescafe, and it's a very reasonably priced item as well. So like, at least $8 to $11 for, a pretty decent sized jar of instant coffee, and they have a few different flavors. Anyways, but still a couple of options available for you guys that need some caffeine in the morning. Next up is Fresh Trek Meals. Website is freshtrek.ca, and this is out of Burns Lake, British Columbia. As I read through the website a little bit, the majority of their meals are around the 700 calorie mark, 45 grams of protein, and as always, what I like is they have like locally sourced ingredients. There's quite a few options in terms of breakfasts, snacks, soups, and of course entrees. So if we scroll down here, see you can have the different sections here. So breakfast and snacks. They don't really have a lot of images, but they do go into the list of the different flavors for each of those categories. Now, the one thing about Fresh Trek is that you cannot buy direct from the website. If you wanted to order, they refer to a company called Woods in Water, and they will ship direct. But they do have a number of retailers that they work with in British Columbia. So if you are on the West Coast in BC and you are around some of these retailers, check them out, or head up Woods and Water if you want to order directly online. Next up is a company that I have ordered from, and you can actually find in a few different stores, is Happy Yak. Simply happyyak.ca. This company is out of Cowansville, Estrie in Quebec. And you can see here right off the hop that you can get a bit of a discount with your first order. All you have to do is sign up for email alerts. And to give you an idea as to what these packages actually look like, so I have a package of chicken orzo soup and a package of Mediterranean pork and a package of beef stew. I have had a number of these packages. They are really, really good. They reconstitute fairly well in these packages as well, and everything is made in Canada. I have seen these in MEC stores, so that's Mountain Equipment Company, no longer co-op, as well as Sail, but the website will also list a number of other retailers that you can also find them at, and you can also order direct from their website. So if we get into meals, here we can see kits, breakfast, soups, meat, vegetarian, so vegetarian and vegan options. And they also get so far as into lactose, gluten-free bulk meals as well. If you are looking for a gift for a hiker or a backpacker, they have gift cards available. So a lot of options in here for meals. I won't get into too far into the website. I'll let you peruse at your leisure, but lots of options. And like I said, I have had a number of these and they were really, really good. One other thing about this is I don't see it on their main site here. However, they do indicate that they offer free shipping on orders of $99 or more. And they also donate 1% of their annual sales to Leave No Trace, Scouts Canada, and some other organizations. So a great company based out of Quebec, great food, highly recommend. Next on the list is Harvest Foodworks, harvestfoodworks.com, as you can see. And they are based out of Caledon, Ontario, so roughly 45 minutes away from where I am in KW. Similarly, they have breakfast, side dishes, soups, desserts, and dinner packs. You can read up about their company here. And if we get into the shop here, we can get into some breakfasts. Emergency kits as well. I have not had the pleasure of trying these guys out, so I can't speak for how good they are, but I'll definitely be looking into this company for future endeavors. What's interesting is, I'm not sure if I can get into maybe in the entrees, because I have a note here that they come in different sizes. So they, as you can see here, they also have 30, 60, and 90 day emergency kits. You'll notice in the website that they actually have different size options. So they have a 2-person, 4-person, or 6-person portion sizing, and the price will be assigned accordingly. So that is really cool if you're going solo or as a group or family for that matter. So check them out. Next on the list, Flat Out Feasts, based out of Edmonton, Alberta. This has a bit of an interesting story. So as I was reading through the website, it was actually created by, obviously, the founder, who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes while hiking the PCT, and she was having a hell of a time trying to find appropriate meals that would complement her diagnosis. So this is her answer to that. Also, as you can see at the very top here, free shipping on orders of $175 or more. She currently has, I have a note here about 5 different options. So beef chili, Cajun maca, and pork skillet, cheesy chicken casserole. So again, I have not tried this company as of yet. This is kind of cool. They have a bit of a feast sampler pack for you to try out. And terribly sorry for the noise in the background. I have a couple fur balls that are deciding to get into the video here. So anyways, Edmonton, Alberta, Flat Out Feasts, .ca. Next up, MadeGood. So if you've done any kind of shopping for groceries, you may have actually seen these either at the till or in the snack aisle. They make oat bars, granola minis, and some cookies as well. This company is based out of Concord, Ontario. Their big thing is they are non-GMO and nut-free. One thing that's really important for myself is I have a tree nut allergy. So a lot of these snacks that are out there, or even meal kits, there's a lot that I can't have regardless of where it's made, simply because of my allergies. Similarly, I'm sure for people out there that are gluten or lactose sensitive as well. But we can actually get into some of their granola bars. I have seen some of these in Food Basics, Zares. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but you can also do a search in their website for where you can find them. So morning oat bars as well. So 3 different variations there. Definitely check them out. Next is a company called Made with Local from Windsor, Nova Scotia. Now they indicate that they are available at some Sobeys and Zares as well as online. They get into nut butter cookies and food bars. So if we get into some of their options here. So here we have some nut butter cookies, and actual food bars as well. So quite a few options. Don't believe they offered free shipping on any minimal purchase, but I may be wrong and I just may have skipped over it. Oh, here we go. Free shipping over $60. Sorry, folks. All right. Let's go on to the next one, Nomad Nutrition. Now, you may be familiar with this one. You can actually pick up Nomad Nutrition at MEC and as well as Sail, I believe, definitely at MEC. A couple of their samples I have. So I do believe they have 2 different sizes of meal kits. And the one thing that I kind of liked is some of the brands from the States, like Backpacker's Pantry and Alpine Air, I found that the meal kits were actually pretty big, even for a guy my size. I had trouble trying to finish some of those kits. Whereas if you're looking for something smaller or even something for lunch, they do have a smaller size available, so that's really cool. Shepherd's pie, Caribbean curry, and Ukrainian borscht. I've had the shepherd's pie and the borscht before. Excellent. They would taste really good. I believe there was another stew, maybe like a lentil stew, I believe. That was also really good. One thing about Nomad is they are vegan meals, so bear that in mind for anybody that is looking for more protein. Yeah, so according to my notes, MEC, Atmosphere, and a number of other retailers are available. They also, if I get into the shop side, yeah, so they also have like banana bites, protein crumble. Here we go. So you can also get into the protein shreds as well. So if you wanted to get into a little bit extra protein but stay vegan, then there's some options here for you as well. Much like a lot of the other websites, they offer a limited time offer where there's, like in this case, it's 25% off for your first order. Some other websites and some other vendors are offering 10-15% off your first order. All you got to do is sign up for their newsletter. So yeah, Nomad Nutrition, great company, great food. Highly recommend again. Next up, unfortunately, I have no history on Peak Eats, peakeatsfood.com out of Canmore, Alberta. Some options for dairy, gluten, soy, or nut-free. They also have vegan and vegetarian options. As you can see here, there's also soy-free, keto-friendly. If we can get into the snacks. Yeah, so dried bananas, apples, so a few other options. And if we get into the actual dinners, quite a few options available for you. And they also offer free shipping within Canada of orders of $175 or more. So again, check them out. And next up is Prana, another Quebec company. The only reason I'm kind of hesitant to mention Prana is, from what I've seen so far, is they get more into, like as you can see here, some protein shakes and trail mixes, I guess would be a better description. Not really in terms of those like full-fledged meals, but I only gave them a quick once over in their website, so I could definitely be wrong. Feel free to check them out, of course. As you can see, free shipping in Ontario with orders of $59 or more, but check them out, see what they have to offer, and again, based out of Quebec. Now, another company that I do have some history with is SunRype. I've only found SunRype retail-wise at Food Basics. I have not found them anywhere else, not that I was really looking all that hard. They are based out of Kelowna, British Columbia. They've been around since 1946, and they focus on fruit juice and 100% fruit-based snack bars and bites. So the one thing that I can show you is this fruit bar. Perfect for a snack on the go when you're on the trail. They have a thinner version of this as well, so maybe between about a third and half of that thickness, but roughly the same size. And I've also seen bags of just like fruit cubes. So there's a number of options, very, very tasty, a lot of different flavors, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. So you can pick up a number of these on sale and just throw them in your pack into like the little hip belt pockets. Great energy boost. That sweetness also helps with, if you're on that really long slog, either for a day or multiple days, and you kind of need that little boost, great way to make that happen. So sunrype.ca, and based out of British Columbia. Another company that I unfortunately have not had the pleasure of trying is West Coast Kitchen. Website is westcoastkitchen.ca. So another sign-up deal, 10% off single plus entrees. They offer 3 sizes as well. So it comes in. So in this case, they offer single plus or double portion, but they basically have, generally speaking, single plus, and double in terms of portion sizes. And then, of course, they are priced accordingly. There is a flat rate of $20 to any of the provinces. British Columbia is a little less at $15. They have some gluten-free and vegetarian options. And again, single meal packs or multi-day packs as well. So quite a few different options. And as always, you can read about the owners or how they started. Local BC, which is awesome, and you can also find them throughout the community and markets and so on and so forth. Okay, next, Wild Edge Keto. Wild Edge Keto, based out of Powell River, British Columbia. They have gluten-free keto and paleo options, free shipping on orders of $150 or more, and as of February of 2025, they currently have 5 different flavors. This is what their packages actually look like. So venison chili, which actually looks really delicious, bison. You'll have to get into these a little bit more to see what they're all about, but another great option coming out of British Columbia. Down to the last couple, folks, so bear with me here. Now, another company that I have ordered from, love them to death, is Wild Mountain Eats. They are based out of Calgary, Alberta. Free shipping on orders of $250 or more. A couple things that just made me smile when I ordered from Wild Mountain was, first off, unless they've changed, their stuff actually got sent in this biodegradable shipping bag. So I can actually throw this in the compost, and within a few months, it'll be just absolutely gone. And I've also gotten a couple of handwritten notes from Sarah. So thanks very much for this, Sarah. It really put a smile on my face when I got this. Thank you so very, very much. I've had a couple of their meals, absolutely fantastic. If we get into some of the shop options here, don't think I have too many other notes about them, but yeah, great meals. I've had the shepherd's pie. I've had the black bean stew, which was absolutely delicious. Mac and cheese was also really, really good. So by all means, check them out, folks. And again, thank you, Sarah, for the lovely notes. That again, that really put a smile on my face when I got those. Thank you. Last on my list, ladies and gentlemen, and kids of all ages, is Yamnuska Backcountry Kitchen. Now, this website and this company appears to have a couple different services. Backpacking Meals is just one of them. They are based out of Canmore, Alberta. They've been in business since 1977. They will have meat-based, vegetarian-based, vegan-based options. As of February 2025, they have 9 different flavors, varieties for you to choose from. Again, I can't say too much more about the company other than it's Canadian, and here are the options available. I have not ordered from them before, but I will definitely have to check them out for my one of my next outings. And that's it, folks. Yamnuska was the last on my list. So as you can see, quite a few different options available for you. Now, one thing that I should also mention is, as much as we like to try and promote Canadian businesses, in this case, because it's food, if you are traveling outside of Canada, just look into what you can and can't bring into your destination country. Case in point, when Paul and I went to Scotland this past May, to hike to the UK's most remote pub. We could not bring in anything that was dairy or meat. So we opted to just take a few snacks, like some granola bars, for example, but everything else in terms of our meals, we actually bought in the UK just to avoid any issues there. So please keep that in mind. Also, if there are companies that you have yourself worked with that wasn't covered in this video, please put them in the comment section below. I would love to add even more to the list that I have ongoing. And you can see all of these listed on my website at trilliumhikes.ca/made-in-Canada. The link is up on your screen now, and it's also in the video description below. Please check them out. Support Canadian made. Not to say anything negative about what's going on in the US right now, but things are going to get more expensive, and I'm sure the whole trade thing is going to be interesting in the next few months moving forward, and the next 4 years is going to be a very interesting time. I don't want to get too far into that in terms of my own opinions, but as always, support local, support Canadian. Lastly, if you like this content, again, please hit that like and subscribe buttons. It would really help me out and the channel and bring you more content. All right, thanks very much for watching, folks. Hope to see you out there on the trail. Until next time.